Have you ever noticed something fascinating about how women interact with their pets versus their romantic partners? Today, we're diving into a controversial topic that's been stirring up conversations across social media platforms. We're talking about the stark difference in how women express affection toward their dogs compared to the men in their lives. This isn't about attacking anyone or creating division, but rather exploring a genuine relationship dynamic that many people have observed and experienced firsthand. Let's start with an uncomfortable truth that many men have privately shared with their friends. They've noticed that their girlfriends or wives seem to show more immediate, unconditional affection to their pets than to them. When a woman comes home, watch what happens. The dog gets the baby voice, the immediate attention, the excited greetings, and the physical affection without any conditions attached. Meanwhile, the partner might get a casual hello or perhaps no acknowledgement at all until later. This observation isn't meant to diminish the beautiful bond between humans and their pets. That relationship is special and serves important emotional needs. However, it does raise questions about how we prioritize and express love in our romantic relationships. Many men report feeling like they have to earn affection through performance, achievements, or perfect behavior, while the family dog receives love simply for existing. Think about the daily interactions you've witnessed or experienced. A woman will coo over her dog, telling it how handsome it is, how much she loves it, and how it's the best boy in the world. She'll take endless photos, buy special treats, and create comfortable spaces throughout the home. The dog receives this treatment regardless of whether it had accidents in the house, chewed up shoes, or barked at neighbors. The love remains constant and unconditional. Now contrast this with how romantic relationships often function. Men frequently report feeling like they're walking on eggshells, where one mistake or imperfection can result in withdrawal of affection, arguments, or emotional distance. They describe feeling like they must continuously prove their worth rather than being loved for who they are fundamentally. This dynamic creates an interesting psychological pattern. Dogs receive what we might call unconditional positive regard. They're celebrated for their quirks, forgiven quickly for their mistakes, and loved despite their imperfections. Meanwhile, human partners often experience conditional love that fluctuates based on performance, mood, external stressors, and countless other variables. Consider how women typically respond when their dog misbehaves versus when their partner makes a mistake. The dog might get a gentle correction or simply be redirected, but the underlying affection remains unchanged. However, when a partner fails to meet expectations, even in small ways, the response can be dramatically different. The emotional temperature can shift quickly, and the relationship dynamic can become tense or distant. This isn't to suggest that human relationships should mirror pet relationships exactly. Human partnerships involve complex layers of expectations, responsibilities, and emotional needs that don't exist with pets. However, there might be valuable lessons to extract from the unconditional positive regard shown to beloved animals. Many relationship experts have noted that people often treat strangers with more courtesy than they show their closest family members. We're polite to cashiers, patient with service workers, and understanding with acquaintances. Yet we can be harsh, critical, or demanding with those we love most. This paradox extends to how we treat our pets versus our partners. The unconditional love shown to dogs demonstrates our capacity for pure affection without strings attached. Dogs don't contribute financially, they don't help with household management, and they can't engage in complex emotional support. Yet they receive abundant love, physical affection, verbal appreciation, and forgiveness. This suggests that humans are absolutely capable of providing unconditional positive regard when they choose to do so. Some might argue that romantic relationships require higher standards because they involve mutual responsibility and partnership. While this has merit, it doesn't necessarily mean that basic affection and appreciation should be conditional. The foundation of love can remain stable, even while addressing issues or working through challenges together. Research in psychology shows that positive reinforcement and unconditional acceptance actually encourage better behavior and stronger relationships. When people feel fundamentally accepted and loved, they're more likely to want to contribute positively to the relationship. Conversely, when love feels conditional and precarious, people often become defensive, withdrawn, or resentful. The dog comparison highlights how women are capable of incredible nurturing, patience, and unconditional love. These are beautiful qualities that, when directed toward romantic partners, could transform relationship dynamics. Imagine if men received even half the enthusiastic greetings, physical affection, verbal appreciation, and patient understanding that dogs receive daily. This doesn't mean men should lower their standards for themselves or avoid personal growth. Rather, it suggests that basic love and affection could remain constant while still addressing issues constructively. Dogs receive love and correction simultaneously without the love being withdrawn during training or behavioral modification. Many men report feeling like they're constantly being evaluated rather than simply being loved. They describe feeling like employees in their own relationships, where their value is determined by their latest performance review rather than their inherent worth as partners. This creates stress, anxiety, and eventual resentment that damages the relationship foundation. The irony is that when people feel genuinely loved and appreciated, they naturally want to do better and contribute more. Dogs respond positively to love and attention, becoming more affectionate and well-behaved as a result. Humans work similarly, thriving under conditions of acceptance and appreciation rather than criticism and conditional love. This observation isn't about creating competition between pets and partners or suggesting that women love their dogs more than their boyfriends or husbands. Instead, it's about recognizing that we already possess the capacity for unconditional positive regard and wondering why it's often reserved for our pets rather than extended to our human relationships. Moving forward, both men and women can learn from how we treat our beloved pets. The patience, forgiveness, enthusiasm, and unconditional affection we show animals could serve as a model for how we approach our romantic relationships. This doesn't mean lowering standards or avoiding difficult conversations, but rather maintaining a foundation of love and acceptance while working through challenges together. Consider implementing some pet owner behaviors in your romantic relationship. Greet your partner with genuine enthusiasm. Express appreciation regularly without waiting for perfect behavior. Show physical affection freely. Forgive minor mistakes quickly. Celebrate your partner's unique qualities rather than focusing on their imperfections. The goal isn't to treat your partner exactly like a pet, but to recognize that the unconditional positive regard you show your dog demonstrates your capacity for pure, accepting love. Your romantic relationship deserves access to these same emotional resources, creating a foundation where both partners feel valued, accepted, and motivated to contribute their best selves to the partnership. What do you think about this comparison? Have you noticed similar patterns in your own relationships or observations? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more relationship insights that challenge conventional thinking and explore the psychology behind human connection.